Good morning, dear students. Today, I would like to tell you about the concept of acids, bases, and salts. First chapter from the 10th class physical science. The definition of acid was given by three theories: Arrhenius theory, Lewis theory, and Bronsted-Lowry theory. But according to the Arrhenius theory, the definition of an acid is the substance which dissociates, means divides in water and produce H plus ions, hydrogen ions, is known as acid. According to the Arrhenius, the substances which dissociate in water to yield or produce hydrogen ion are called as acids. Hydrogen ion is represented by the symbol. In water, hydrogen ion is represented by the symbol H plus aqueous. Since the H plus ion is unstable in water, it combines with water and forms as H3O plus ion. It is also known as hydronium ion. Hydrogen ion, or this is known as hydronium ion. This is known as hydronium ion. This is hydrogen ion, but it is unstable in water. That's why combination form as hydronium ion. Okay, anyhow, this is the definition for acid according to the Arrhenius theory. For the bases also, this theory gave a definition. According to the Arrhenius, the substances which dissociate in water and forms hydroxide ions, means OH minus ions. The symbol of hydroxide ion is OH minus, hydroxide ion symbol is OH minus. The substances which dissociate in water to yield hydroxide ions are called as bases. Here we come across some words like strong acid, weak acid, dilute acid, concentrated acid, such kind of words. Strong acid is nothing but if the acid produces more number of H plus ions in water is called as strong acid. If an acid produces less number of H plus ions in water means weak acid. Similarly, dilute acid and concentrated acid means diluted means containing with water, the acid containing water. Concentrated means the acid containing no water. That is what concentrated and diluted means. Some list of some acids are given here: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and acetic acid, and their formulas. Similarly, list of some bases also given here. And here we come across such kind of words like blue litmus paper, red litmus, phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange, onion or clove oil, vanilla essence. These are called as indicators. These are indicators. They indicate whether the given substance is acidic nature or basic nature. Indicators are the substances which which shows different colors in acids and bases. In acids, one kind of color, and in base, another kind of color they shows. Now, for example, these are called as olfactory indicators. These shows their smell. By showing their smell, they indicate whether the given substance is acid or base. Indicator means, you see, blue litmus, red litmus, these all are indicators. Indicators means these are the substances which shows different behavior in acids and bases. Here, if acidic substance is given to you, it turns blue litmus paper into red litmus paper. The same blue litmus paper shows no color in presence of base. So, blue litmus is an indicator. It indicates the color. By indicating red color or no color, it shows whether the given substance, if it is showing red color, the given substance is acid. If its color is not changing, the given substance is base. In such a way, it is used as an indicator. Here these two are natural indicators. These two are man-made or artificial synthetic indicators. These three are olfactory indicators. They indicate the smell, their smell. In acids, these shows their smell. In bases, they loses their smell. Onion smell loses in the base. Onion smell retains in the acids. So, by using indicators, we can say whether the given substance is acidic in nature or basic in nature. In the earlier classes, you learnt that acids are sour taste, bases are bitter taste, and soapy to touch. So, citrus fruits are sour taste, That means those are having acids. Usually, pickles or sour substances do not stored in copper or brass vessels. Why? It is not suggested to store the pickles or sour substances in brass or copper vessels. To answer this question, let us do a lab activity. By doing this activity, we can understand why it is not suggested to store the pickle substances or sour substances. That means acidic nature substances are not stored in metal devices or alloys like brass. In this lab activity, we are going to learn about why acid substances are not stored in metals. If stored, what happens? So, the aim of the lab activity is to show the reaction between acids with metals. Acids and metals gets react to each other and become as new substances. That's why acidic substances are not stored in metals. If they stored means they react to each other and become as new substances. Then what happens? The pickles or sour substances gets spoiled. Their taste or smell losses. Between these two acidic substances and metals, reaction takes place. To show that, we are doing this lab activity. Some materials are required to do this activity. Those are a test tube, a delivery tube. If any gas is released from the test tube, to collect the gas, a delivery tube, glass trough, glass vessel, soap water, dilute hydrochloric acid, zinc granules, and a retard stand, rubber cork, that too single holed rubber cork. Only one hole is there to fix the delivery tube into the test tube. These are the materials required to us. The procedure in this the procedure of the lab activity is, we have to take one test tube and some zinc granules in it, and about 10 ml of hydrochloric acid is added in the test tube. In the test tube, these two things are added. After that, take one delivery tube, fix one end of the delivery tube to the rubber cork and another end of the delivery tube immerse in the glass trough containing soap water, and then fix the rubber cork into at the mouth of the test tube. Fix the rubber cork to the mouth of the test tube. To the mouth of the test tube, fix the rubber cork. And then look for observation. We have added these two things. If anything is formed in the form of gases, to collect that without any escape of gas, we fix it one rubber cork at the mouth, and we put one delivery tube to collect the gaseous substance if they evolved. So, when we observe the test tube, we will observe that on the surface of zinc granules, zinc pieces, we observe a gas liberation. We observe a liberation of a gas that passes through the delivery tube and formed as gas bubbles in the glass trough. What is the gas formed here? We are observing the gas bubbles are formed here now. That means it is indicating the gas only. The bubbles are releasing from the liquid means these are certain gas phase. To test the gas, which gas it is, to test the gas, we need a burning candle. When we introduce the burning candle in the gas bubbles, the gas in the gas bubbles will burn with pop sound. Pop sound burning gas is nothing but hydrogen gas. If the gas burns with pop sound, we may conclude that the gas is hydrogen gas. Usually LPG gas, we observe it do not make any sound while it is burning in houses. But this gas, while the candle is burning, produce sound. That is called pop sound. So, based on this observation, when these two things are reacting, a gas is evolving. The gas is tested with the help of a burning splinter, burning candle, as hydrogen gas. Here a chemical reaction taking place between these two new substances formed. What is the new substance? Hydrogen gas. At the bottom of this reaction, at the bottom of this test tube, another substance also appear here. So if you want to write the chemical reaction and equation for the reaction, metal, usually a metal reacts with acid to form salt plus hydrogen gas. Salt plus hydrogen gas. This is a chemical reaction between acid and metal. The equation for the reaction is mentioned above. Metal reacts with acid, that is hydrochloric acid in water, aqueous, solid form of metal, and forms zinc chloride. Where does the zinc chloride form? In aqueous state, it is appearing in at the bottom of the test tube. It is aqueous state salt, appeared at the bottom. And one more product is hydrogen. It is a gas form. It liberates. It comes out through the delivery tube and tested with the burning splinter. Based on this activity, we can conclude, we may say the result as acids reacts with metals to produce salt and hydrogen